Hey guys, this is Clayton, and today I want to talk about the purpose of people serving their sentence in a prison or jail. First of all, I want to state why the purpose of prisons should be to teach the prisoners the rights and wrongs of life and not harshly punishing them. I believe that the purpose of prisons should be to reform these prisoners into becoming better citizens when they reintegrate into the society, because these prisoners without proper education on the rights and wrongs will be much more likely to return into jail within 5 years to release. Therefore, if prisons were to change into the main purpose of rehabilitation, then these prisoners would be much less likely to be returning to prison. Moving on to my point of view on how prisoners should act and how they should be treated inside their setting, I strongly concur that prisoners should be well behaved and they should be very, very eager to learn. They should also have a positive mindset, because prisons can be very daunting and depressing at times. So people who have a positive mindset can survive and thrive during the sentence. Additionally, prisoners should be expected to follow the facility rules and regulations, comply with staff's orders, and remain calm in order for them to avoid any hostility and further trouble that may be awaiting them. Prisoners should be treated with respect, like normal human beings, because if people were to treat prisoners like animals, they would go crazy with many mental illnesses and hallucinations. This will only lead to disaster, and this as they will face higher rates of depression and a higher chance of committing more catastrophic crimes. Therefore, this relates to justice, because many prisoners right now, all across the world, are being treated very, very unfairly, as well as like them being like beaten up and like tortured as well, in especially in the higher security prisons. Moving on to the last topic, I'll be talking about prisons' role in reforming the prisoners. In most prisons, there are certain programs that aim to rehabilitate prisoners and help them reintegrate into society. For example, there are educational programs that help prisoners secure a high school education by getting a general education diploma while they are serving their time in prison. Another example would be the prisoners going to therapy, because they're usually staff that specializes in being licensed therapists that assess and determine the right solution for these prisoners to have a higher morality in general. Additionally, prisoners can also earn money in prison by working in jobs inside a facility. These types of jobs can help set up prisoners in the real world by training them skills and their mindset, instead of them sitting in prison doing nothing all day long. Prisoners may also go to substance abuse treatment, where they are specialists that will assess the underlying issues of their addictions to certain drugs. There are also community building and mentorship that will benefit these prisoners, because it makes them feel more comfortable speaking for themselves and their experiences. Lastly, there are prisons that give prisoners the opportunity to earn time credits, because it motivates the prisoners to behave well all the time. All in all, I think that prisoners right now should deserve more justice by making those prisons be more about rehabilitation than about punishment and torture. Thank you very much for listening, and make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys all later.